intensive care has been created in just a few days.
It's actually been developed in collaboration with the Mercedes Formula One team. What it does is it delivers oxygen to the lungs, and it means you don't need a ventilator. Here's a little bit more about it from our medical correspondent Fergus Walsh.
It's a small device that could make a big difference. Known as continuous positive airway pressure, or CPAP, it pushes oxygen into the lungs, keeping them open, making it easier to breathe. They're already used in the NHS, but are in short supply, so a team modified and improved an existing design in less than a week, which has now been approved for use by health regulators.
Normally, medical device development would take years, and in this instance, we've been able to do it in days because we've cleverly thought about how we can go back to existing devices and models, reverse engineer them, and then engage with our industry partners to manufacture them at scale.
This demonstration was done at University College London Hospital, which is now using the device to treat COVID-19 patients.
I sincerely think it may actually save many lives by preventing patients from needing to go onto a ventilator, and again saving that vital resource for the very, very severely ill.
Every second counts in motor racing. Here, Mercedes Formula One partnered with doctors and healthcare engineers on a medical device that could be mass-produced. This is a great example of how the NHS, universities and industry are working together at extraordinary pace to meet the challenge posed by coronavirus. If the trials of this device go well, then Mercedes Formula One says it can produce up to 1,000 of these a day. In Italy, around half of COVID-19 patients given CPAP have avoided the need for intensive care, and unlike mechanical ventilators, there's no need for them to be sedated. Fergus Walsh, BBC News.
So technology could help us. We've had some news in the last hour or so that EasyJet has now grounded its entire fleet of aircraft due to the coronavirus pandemic. The airline had been helping to bring back British passengers who were stranded abroad, but the last repatriation flight landed yesterday. EasyJet says it can't be certain when commercial flights will restart.
In Scotland, a volunteer scheme for people who want to help the NHS battle coronavirus has been launched from today. The First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, announced Scotland Cares yesterday, calling on former health and care staff to come forward, as well as members of the public, to try and act as community response volunteers.
I know lots of people are trying to keep fit at the moment by doing all sorts of different things, including following instructors like Jo Wicks, of course, the Green Goddess here on BBC Breakfast. Some residents, though, in Hamburg in Germany have been enjoying a live class by looking out their window. Have a look at it.
Let's just smile, perfect. Ready.
19-year-old fitness instructor Pato Cervantes is leading a 30-minute workout in the street every morning in all weathers. He said he was inspired after seeing his neighbours drinking wine on their balconies and thought they'd prefer some aerobic exercise instead. I bet some of them have wine and exercise. Possibly not at the same time.
A combination, yeah.
But yeah, that's a great idea. If you lived in a block of flats or something, somebody could be downstairs and.
Yeah, because you think that we're all in this sort of situation at the moment where the world's sort of closed in a little bit, hasn't it? In terms of being in lockdown, we don't exactly know how long that's going to last. And for some people, exercising is so important to
everybody at this point.
keeping things going and maintain that sort of mental, physical balance as well. So there are so many opportunities, I think, now, whether it's through your computer or in Hamburg,
but also
get out on the street.
It's like being part of a community as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
11 minutes past 8. This is Breakfast. Airline cabin crew are being invited to join doctors and nurses at the new NHS Nightingale hospitals to help tackle the coronavirus pandemic.
With all planes currently grounded, thousands of Virgin Atlantic and EasyJet staff have been asked to swap the skies for scrubs and join the volunteer effort.
Let's find out more about that right now. We are joined by England's Chief Nursing Officer, Ruth May, who's in Colchester. Morning to you. Thanks very much for joining us. So tell us a little bit about what's happening with these with Virgin Atlantic and EasyJet particularly.
Well, I'm very, very grateful for not only all of our NHS staff working across the whole of England, the whole of the United Kingdom, pulling out every stop, working and supporting our patients, planning for our surge that we're anticipating. But we've got lots of people wanting to come and help us, and I'm very, very grateful. So the latest help is coming from our airline crew, and I'm very grateful that they're going to be part, if they volunteer, of course, and they want to be part of our team, supporting our healthcare professionals to making sure that we are able to care for our patients that are coming through our doors.
So where might they do it, and what might they be asked to do?
So far we've got about 100 or so that have already expressed an interest and coming back to be working as part of our healthcare team. Obviously our doctors, nurses, our physios, all of them will be leading the healthcare of the patients, but these people, along with our St John's ambulance volunteers, along with our many other support staff, and will be working as a team supporting at the Nightingale Hospital in London. But it's not just our volunteers that have a role to play. We all have a role to play in this fight against coronavirus. So thank you to those people, our members of our public. Thank you to our population that are washing their hands, and thank you to those that are staying at home.
Tell us a little bit about the Nightingale Hospital. I mean, when will it be ready to be opened and start taking patients?
Well, we're hoping to take patients this week, and I know that we've got many nurses, doctors, and other professionals that are volunteering to come and work at the Nightingale Hospital. I'm particularly grateful. My DM box has been full over the weekend of third-year student nurses wanting to come back onto the front line to support the NHS and our profession. And I've had many student nurses wanting to come and work at Nightingale London. It's a huge challenge. We're in a global health emergency. Something that I've never seen as a nurse in my 30-odd years as a nurse, but something that it's huge, it's massive. It's not impossible though.
And in very many ways, you know, they are incredibly brave because they're putting their lives on the front line, actually. And will these people who go into, for example, a Nightingale, have the protective equipment that they need? And will they be, you know, protected from the virus?
It's vitally important that our staff, wherever they're working, our staff have the right personal protective equipment. And it's not just right for them to be safe, but it's right for them to feel safe. And that's why we're stepping up our delivery of the right PPE, the right places. We have had challenges. We absolutely have had challenges, and I recognise that, but we are stepping it up. We've delivered millions upon millions of gowns, goggles, all sorts of gloves. We have delivered lots and lots. There's still more to do, and we're really stepping that up right now.
You know, you must be in touch with nurses all the time. You say your direct message box is full. Are they scared going to work, or how are they feeling?
It's a very big mixture, actually. There's enormous pride in our profession. You only had to look at the clap for our care staff last week. It was just so humbling, so emotional to be part of that. Many nurses are feeling extraordinarily proud to be able to support our patients right now and into the forthcoming weeks. But then there are some stupid behaviours too, and some real acts of unkindness to our staff. And I would urge every member of the public to respect your profession, to protect and respect my profession and others. NHS staff are really working hard, so please be kind to them, because they may just be saving your life very soon.
And you talk about stupid behaviours. What sort of thing are you talking about?
There's some people that have been verbally abused in the streets. I know that somebody has also been spat at in the street. It's not right. These people are working so hard. They're working around the clock. They're getting ready for the surge that we know that's coming, and they're working so hard. And I have a huge personal thanks to them. And indeed, I believe the nation has a huge thanks to my profession and other NHS staff.
Absolutely. Ruth May, Chief Nursing Officer for England. Thanks for your time this morning. Thank you.
Well, the Community Secretary, Robert Jenrick, has also emphasised the message that everyone has a part to play, all of us.